right, now you're just making stuff up.
No, I'm not.
You are too. 642, 96 Rock. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Finn and Sister Karen piloting the ship, which has apparently over the last couple days become a pirate ship.
Arr.
Starting to...
Good morning.
Yeah, sharing lots of tweets and emails with the usual gang of idiots, including Rico.
And ourselves.
Our man Eric. All of the official, unofficial, official members of the program.
Yeah.
You hear us talk about them.
I feel like we should pay them.
Shut up.
I didn't say we were going to.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like we should be paying a lot of people, but we're not. So anyway, hush.
Sorry.
Anyway, bring them if you got them. Emails, themorningshow at purerock96.com, or as always, you can hit us on the Twitter if you can state yourself in 140 characters or less at GambleandFin96, ANDFIN 96. Well, I'll tell you, the big news came from college basketball last night. 3 of the 4 top 20 teams in action won last night, but the key is the one that didn't, and that would be UConn. Last night, the Bearcats pulling off a 71-69 victory at the Merle, which is my name for the Shoemaker Center, and if you ever go there, you'll know why.
Why? Tell me now.
Because Merle was Shoemaker's first name, and I much prefer that name.
I like Merle.
M-Y-R-L. It says it in big letters on the side of the building. No one has any idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm here for no other reason than to educate.
Thank you, sir.
But actually, this was a big deal, and it was funny because Lance Stevenson stepped to the line, freshman. This guy had a hell of a game. Stepped to the line. He got fouled with 0.7 seconds to go, and this was another one of those. I'm thinking, I'm listening to the end of the game like, you have got to be kidding me. Another game that's going to come down to officials looking at clock runoff and see if there's time. If, the foul was called. Was there any time on the clock? If they say that this game is over and we have to go to overtime with Vaughn having fouled out, there's going to be hell to pay. But anyway, it didn't matter. The foul line trip was successful. He made both, even though he only needed to make one. And the funny thing about this, Gamble and I have both been saying, look, UC, you got to get your free throw situation together because free throws will cost you a lot of games. In this particular case, won him the game. Mm-hmm. However, he was almost too good from the free throw line because all he needed to do was really make one. The game was tied. And in fact, I just read this morning that, because I wasn't at the game, but I read this morning that Mick was yelling at Stevenson to miss
the second one?
To miss the second one, to let the clock run out, that last 0.7 seconds, so they wouldn't get a dead ball inbound.
I'm following you. See, I know a little bit.
Yeah, how about that? But he ended up, he said something to the effect, my form was too good. I knew I was going to make it. So he ended up making both. 71,
wow.
69, which is another good reason Ralph's not here, because he would just be reveling in UConn's final score.
Sure.
So anyway, it was the Big East opener for both programs. First time since they've been in the Big East. As a matter of fact, the UC has beaten UConn. So a big game again. Deontay Vaughn recorded 17 points before fouling out, which is good. They did not have to go, like I said, to overtime without him. And Saturday on the road at Rutgers wraps up the week for the Cats. U of L beat South Florida in their first Big East opener, 73-52. Beat the crap out of them in preparation for the game on Saturday against number 3 UK. I believe that game tips off at 3:30. And I'm telling you, if you are into sports, you might as well just clamp down today and begin, because obviously we've got the Sugar Bowl tomorrow night. Before that, the Rose Bowl, Ohio State and Oregon. I think the kickoff on that one, I want to say 5-ish. And then if you're going to come to the Holy Grail and join us, we're going to be there for pregame. Lots to give away, including a Freedom Grill from our friends at the Off-Road Center. And we've got a ball game within a ball game. That's all I'll tell you. That's how you have a chance to win this. So if you're a UC fan, you want to come out, get out and stake out your seats early. Again, 5 o'clock kickoff for the Rose Bowl against Oregon, and an 8:30 suggested kickoff for UC and Florida in the Sugar Bowl. Lots of UC fans making their way down there. If you are on your way to the airport or you're heading out, please be careful. We want to see you back here in one piece, hopefully hoisting a Sugar Bowl trophy when you get back. But again, today, here's the deal. Starting at noon. Now follow me on this. I'm going to see if I can put this together.
Okay.
All right. At noon, you've got your Armed Forces Bowl, Houston versus Air Force. It should be a barn burner on ESPN. Now at 2 o'clock, you're going to have to roll over to the Sun Bowl, Oklahoma and Stanford. That's going to be on CBS, but you can picture that. Well, actually at noon, Michigan and Indiana is going to be on ESPN2 for hoops. So while you're PIPing that, then you move over to the Sun Bowl, and then you can go to Ohio State, Wisconsin. That's going to be on ESPN2. At 3:30, you can go to the Texas Bowl, Navy versus Missouri on ESPN, and then at 4 o'clock, roll into hoops with Tennessee and Memphis. 4:30, Arizona is going to tip off at UCLA on Fox Sports Net, and you'll still be able to picture that with the Insight Bowl, which kicks off at 6 p.m., Minnesota versus Iowa State on the NFL Network. Okay.
Okay.
Penn at Duke. College hoops tips off at 6 o'clock. So you'll have those two games going at the same time. Then at 7:30, the Chick-fil-A Bowl, Virginia Tech in Tennessee on ESPN. At 8 o'clock, then you can go over to St. John's at Georgetown on ESPN2 and wrap up your night by blowing your brains out during the Oklahoma at Gonzaga game at 10 o'clock.
We're never going to see Gamble again, are we?
No, I think that's what it is. He's just prepping himself for today,
Yeah.
tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday. Holy cow.
That's
lots
ridiculous.
lots to get to. If you're a sports freak, this is a good time to be one. And then the big vacuum.
Can we do
hits.
like a rock bowl?
You know what? You know what? I'd rather have a rock bowl than the Insight Bowl or the Humanitarian Bowl.
How about a bread bowl? Those are good.
Yes, the Panera bread bowl. That would be great. They fill the entire stadium with potato soup,
A soup bowl.
and then they play the game. Speaking of bowl
I've turned
games
into
yesterday,
Gamble and talking about food. I'm
look
sorry.
and interrupting me.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'm surprised.
How's that feel, huh?
I don't have any. I don't know what you're talking about. Nebraska and Idaho were Wednesday bowl game winners. As a matter of fact, Nebraska posted its first ever bowl shutout, blanking Arizona in the Holiday Bowl, 33-0. And
The Holiday Bowl.
yeah, the Holiday Bowl. But I'll tell you, the one game I don't think I was seeing highlights. I think I was seeing this real time last night at the Grail, and this game was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it was Idaho and Bowling Green in the Humanitarian Bowl. Ended up being 43-42, but they must have had lead changes. They must have had 55 lead changes in that game. So pretty exciting stuff. And there was one other score I wanted to tell you about. North Carolina, the Tar Heels in at number 9, ended up beating the Albany Great Danes 87-70.
What?
At which point during the
Albany Great Danes. Are you making that up?
I'm not making that up. At the post-game press conference, the Albany head coach was heard to say, "Rut-row." Reef rucked.
You were waiting all night to say that, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
Michigan State over Texas Arlington Mavericks 87-68, and Temple over the Huskies of Northern Illinois 70-60. So that wraps up your top 20 scores. Congratulations to Mick and the Bearcats on the hardwood. A big victory for those guys heading into Big East play. We're going to be there throughout the season at the Holy Grail for all things pregame UC. So make sure you come out and join us. A little bit later on, we're going to be giving you a chance to check out the Nigel Dupree Band, which apparently we've come to find out it's going to be a renaissance in how the shows are seen.
Sorry, cuz.
Well, the cuz just walked in, so I'm going to start beating on him about this right now. Apparently, you'll have a chance to win 4 tickets to see Nigel Dupree's band, which is Jesse's boy.
Right.
And the girls love this. He's a glam rocker. He's
pretty cute.
He's as pretty as they get. So the
Yes,
girls
he
love to
is.
get and check him out. So if you want to do a little girl watching, it'd be a good place to be. Parable and Heresy and Rootbound also going to be performing on the bill at the Inner Circle Entertainment Complex, formerly Annie's. And apparently what happens is when you win these tickets, you can present them any day that you'd like, and the band will pop up in hologram form and perform in the middle of the club.
That's pretty sweet.
So there you go.
I'm sorry, do you want to defend yourself?
Ticketmaster.com.
But you don't have to wear your tux this time, right?
No, it's not formal.
It's not formal
It's
anymore?
not a formal occasion. It's just we don't have any idea when the show is. We also got your tickets for the KOI Auto Parts Cavalcade O Customs.
Next Friday.
Huh?
It
Next
is.
Friday.
I looked it
yeah,
up.
I'm sorry. I should have known that. I had just finished memorizing my Nigel Dupree band tour schedule. Help me, Obi-Wan. I need your help.
So glad I woke up
the
early.
Nigel Dupree band. It is 6:51. Let's take a look at traffic. We'll start beating some more on our man who volunteered to come in early to share and be part of the program.
Well, that is part of the program. You get beat on.
Sucks to work around me, doesn't it?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Then when it doesn't suck, it just blows.
Well, yeah, I didn't say what the other alternative was.
Yeah,
Okay, shiny roads, Angie says, but no ice reported. It's too warm for that right now. No wrecks, no delays. If you see anything, you can let her know. She's at 241 Cars. There is going to be rain and snow mixed today. The majority of the snow is going to be north of the river, and it's going to be windy and cloudy this afternoon, too. A high today, 38. Tomorrow, snow showers possible, a high 27. And then Saturday, flurries, cloudy skies, and windy on Saturday, a high 23. Right now, it is cloudy and 34.
And for Bengals fans who are wondering, the Bengals have indeed put Ray Malaluga on the injured reserve, and they have officially ended his season with the broken ankle. So
That sucks.
you hate to see that for a guy who's making such an impact as he was. But you know what? Better to shut him down now. They're probably going to lay down on Sunday night anyway against the Jets. So might as well get the healing process started with him. It is 6:52. I'm Finn. He's Cousin Vinny. She is Sister Karen.
And it's 3 Days
On
Grace.
Cincinnati's Pure Rock, 96 Rock.